Like the looks of this one.
Oh, yeah.
Outstanding tee shot.
Yeah, ball sitting up. You don't have to worry about the wind or anything there. You just take a full-blooded cut at the second shot from here.
Okay, the second shot now at this par 5. Frank, you've been around this game for a pretty long time. Are players, in fact, more athletic today than they were, say, 20, 25 years ago?
There's no question, Rich, they are. That we've borrowed from other sports. If you can't make the player better, you can make them more athletic. And in the end, you're still making the golfer better.
That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. This is a 22-foot putt. Wow, I thought he made that.
When you consider the length of that putt, that's a good putt.
Getting set now over the putt. Putting on a show, this tournament moves to 15 under par. Frank, now another clever, small par 4, only 363 yards here at the 12th.
A couple of different options here, Rich. You can lay it up just short of where that nose of the bunker starts to poke out on the right side of the fairway. Then you're going to be left with something in the sort of 140, 150 yard mark to the flag. Or if you want to get a little sort of greedy, you start to sneak it up there where it gets narrow. It's shorter, but it requires a better shot.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. With that ball sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Really in control of this hole. Birdie yesterday and another opportunity on the way. Birdie here yesterday. This putt again for birdie. In for birdie. Frank, this is no easy shot here at the par 3 13th.
Yeah, 13th hole. I mean, it's so appropriate, the number of the hole for this this design by Pete Dye. Wooden bulkheads, I mean, they give you sort of that harsh look. And this is just an absolute scorecard wrecker. You get a little cavalier here, you'll just rack up a number. There's nothing wrong with just hitting it to the right side of this green, just taking a 3.
Yeah. Mic check. Mic check.
Players still fighting
good,
the
right?
strong winds out there today.
What's going on, Mike? Appreciate it, bro. Yeah, I've been golfing pretty good this round, man. Well, this particular tournament. I know my last tournament I won, but the one before that I lost it. So
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Pure strike, good result.
And that is close.
This one just requires a little bit of focus.
Pretty easy, but shouldn't be able to do nothing with that other than make it a pretty
Continues
easy
to roll the
putt.
ball very well.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, Frank, kind of a make or break hole here at the 14th, par 4, 389 yards.
For the Cavalier player, you can sort of go at
Uh-oh.
this green in a more
Look at
direct
that.
line. 290 yards and
Yeah.
take all this
Mic
bunker
check.
down the
Mic
right,
check.
out of play. Just leave you a flick in
The
here.
one piece.
I'm going to say that's not a bad play, really. If you don't do that, then you just got to thread it down the left.
I was supposed to be you.
Oh, that's fine.
Why not, Mike?
Frank, through the years, we have seen countless what we would call good ball strikers, great swingers of the golf club. But there is something else that separates those kinds of players with the truly great achievers in the sport. What is it?
Great achievers have more than one plan. I think most players, it's always good if they're playing their golf. But what do you do if your
Look at
driver
that.
is off, or if your iron player's off? Do you have a plan B? Great players not only have a plan B, they have a plan C as well. And that's the difference. So when you set foot on the first tee, you've also got to be aware of, what if my driver doesn't...
It's your approach, bro. If you work on your approach
So they
shot,
can turn 74
you won't never have to
into a
worry about your
71.
putt game.
That's
I
right. And
promise.
at the end of a 4-day tournament, the 71 doesn't look so bad, even if somebody shot 65 that day. Remember, as you
Trust
know,
me.
when we both, and
I
both of
promise,
us know
bro. If you
now,
work on
when
your
you look
if
at
you work
4
on that
days,
approach shot,
someone always plays average for a day.
you'll
But they don't
definitely be
play
good.
bad.
Golf tournaments aren't 100-yard sprints. They're marathons.
I mean, give it a try, man. Give it a try. I didn't like it to begin with, cause putting always got to me, bro. But then I just said, you know what? Let me work. They say work on your approach shot. The putting will become so much easier if your approach shot is accurate or close enough to it.
Presented by EA Sports in association with the PGA Tour. Today it's live final round coverage of the California Classic. Now at the 15th, par 4, 468 yards. It is nicknamed Turning Home as we are making our way towards the close of this round.
Oh yeah, that's all I did was look at ways to kind of help me proceed in the game, knowing that the only thing I really knew about golf was what I've watched with my dad. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. So,
Oh, that's it. New member of the 300-yard club.
Good poke right there. See what they do now with this second shot at hole number 15. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Good, clean contact and a nice result. And a chance for birdie coming up. Made par yesterday, this one for birdie.
And when you putting, you gotta look at the ground, left and right. The ground, you know, you see the stripes on the ground. You know what I'm saying? If they're coming towards you, that means the hill. You're on a hill. You know what I'm saying? If it's going down, that means you're putting downhill. Just off.
Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
Locked in on the read and the speed.
Oh, another one goes in.
Shooting 20 under
Down
right
to the
now.
par 5 16th, Frank, this is a pretty solid hole.
Like all the other par fives here, length gets a big advantage here. This hole, as you mentioned, bends to the left, and that bunker can be taken out of play by the longest sitters. 326 yards will get you past that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there's sort of a V shoot down the right side that everybody else has to respect.
All right, do what you got to do, bro.
That is just a beautiful shot. And now the second shot here at this par 5.
That bitch came in way too hot. Damn, she came in way too hot.
He's hit the green here at the 16th, but he's not yet hit this putt. It is a long one, about 30 feet away, and it'll test him. A good 29-foot putt here.
They might not even be able to read this thing.
That was a good run at it, Rich.
This is for his birdie.
Huh? I just asked.
Can't wait to write those on the card. One below par. Chalk it up. It's a birdie. Well, let's see, Frank. The par 3 17th, just 168 yards. You can't miss it right. Can't miss it left. Can't miss it short. You can't miss it long. Good luck.
Yeah, shit, man. I see so many people have their baby early, baby. I'm like, shit. Who was saying the baby gonna come early at the baby shower?
Well, this could be good. Had a birdie here yesterday in their close. Great opportunity for another one. Birdie here yesterday, trying to do it again today. That's how you keep a round going. Make them from that distance. Well, Frank, hopefully the player has arrived here at 18 in a pretty good frame of mind. If not, you have to be thinking, oh, here we go again. Water left. I mean, you could shoot 100 out here on this golf course if you don't have your best stuff.
Yeah, this is another example of, you're right, if you've got the bad mojo going, this is not the hole you want to be playing. Water left, bunkers right. Somewhere in between, though, this fairway.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Frank, this approach shot seems pretty straightforward. Just don't hit it left.
Yeah, it's a tough second shot. It's that visual. Once again, you've got that green that's angled to the left. But once again, like a few holes out here, you do not have to hit directly at this flag. You're allowed to move that flag mentally 15, even 20 feet to the right. There's nothing wrong with that.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. In for par. Just a tremendous week of golf, and that, my friend, is a winner right there.
Yeah, and he should be proud of himself, too. It took golf of the highest quality to beat this high-quality field, and that is something that you will remember for a long, long time.
Damn. All right, so we're going to go on. That's 14-1 this season. Shit, just winning, man. Win, 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 win. Curve, anything else, win, 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 win.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live opening round coverage of the Tiburon Championship. Frank, it's just amazing what can be done today. Where you can build golf courses on the moon? I mean, that's what this looks like here at Wolf Creek in Mesquite, Nevada.
And obviously, it's an experience, too, that has to be played before you can thoroughly enjoy it. Because you just wouldn't think this is possible. If someone said you can come out to the middle of the desert and you're going to play a phenomenal golf course, you'd say it's not possible. But as these holes intertwine around in the canyon area, just wonderful vistas, huge changes in elevations. Really, it's just a fun adventure.
Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here.
Should be safely on deck.
Birdie try up next. Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
That would have been a real bonus had it dropped, but as it is, good putt. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. This can be a cruel game at times. Frank, amazing how this hole has gotten away.
Yeah, he's not Robinson Crusoe. Happened to everybody that's played this game.
So with that, the score is now at even par. Been fun so far. Let's see what's happening out at hole number 5. Frank, when you get out of the gates, as our featured golfer has done, with a lot of pars, steady play, what's the mindset?
You've got to keep doing that, Rich. Just maybe get a little closer to the hole, drive a little bit better, work on the pace of the putting. Just little gains, and then all of a sudden you're going to notice a big difference in the scorecard.
Players bracing against these strong, gusty winds, really a challenge out there. Frank, they say you have to ride the wind. Boy, he got all of that one.
Got every ounce out of the conditions.
Frank, what do we have with this approach here to the par 5?
A good tee shot across that stream there is going to leave an uphill second shot, and this green is raised in the front, very narrow between those two bunkers. It's going to take something rather special to carry the ball up high enough and land it soft enough to keep it on this par 5 and 2.
Baby, would you carry me if I was a midget?
It is a windy day out here, Frank. My hat just blew off. This is going to affect the players' shots, that's for sure. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Frank, that is how it's done.
Yeah, take a gross of those. That is a lesson in itself.
And now a chance for eagle.
Hey, so one of my classmates come out, look at God, and shared the post about the quarterback from Carolina getting injured.
Has it now sitting at 2 under par for the tournament.
He never put the backup quarterback in the game.
Frank, standing on the 6th tee and looking out at this golf course, I can't help but think that if you hit it offline here, you're going to be playing golf with the billy goats.
Yeah, you might actually turn into a billy goat come the end of the day, that's for sure. The huge elevation changes once again are apparent here at the 6th. It is a dogleg to the right, not really a driver unless you want to sort of bring that creek into play. He's loading up on it.
Look at the coil there. Gave that the full treatment. Get up.
Oh, huge. Huge with a capital H.
Busted that. And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours. This looks like it's going to find the target.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Settles in over the putt. Comfortably inside the cut line, the young prodigy makes another birdie. Frank, a very short par 4 here at the 7th, but not one you're going to try to hit off the tee?
No, unless you can fly the ball sort of 300 yards on the nose and stop it within sort of 5 or 6 yards, it's really too risky. This green is not very deep, just sort of 10 or 15 yards in depth. It's just a layup hole, but layup hole it simply doesn't mean grab a club and hit it down the fairway. The best way to play it is to try and hit the ball right on the number. And where I mean by number, I mean the full shot yardage for your second shot, even if that only is a sand iron.
Beautiful display of ball striking today, really in control, and that's another GIR, green in regulation. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
Just a tap in to finish the hole. Methodically starting to climb the leaderboard now. 4 under par for the tournament with yet another birdie. Frank, the par 3/8 really is Wolf Creek in a nutshell. It's hard and it's really pretty.
It is, and it's really long too. Just under 250 yards off that back tee. Slight bit of elevation, but you can see from the tee, obviously, where you don't want to go and where you do go. If you're a little, well, tender of heart, then aim for the right side and avoid all that water down the left.
Stuck the follow through right there. This could be really good.
Not too bad. It's about 23 feet away.
He didn't hit the flagstick, but he still has a chance. Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Frank, tie atop the leaderboard now.
I think it's certainly starting to get everybody captivated.
That was a nice birdie. Stepping up to the shot here at the 9th, it's a par 4, 390 yards.
It is anything other than straight off the tee because of all these sort of undulations and curvature on the fairway. You'd think well bunkered, but the last bunker on the right side there, longer hitters, they can nearly fly that, just over 300 yards. Either that, shorter hitter, just play to that fat area of the green. That'll be sort of some, 270 yards. That will take all the water out of play into a green that slopes back at you. So very good chance, even with a wedge in hand, to get the ball close. A good way to finish the front 9.
That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
This is a pretty good performance right here. 6 under for the tournament. Frank, you surprised to see that name on top of the leaderboard?
I am surprised to see the name, but not that style of golf leading. It was great performance, especially tee to green. You don't often see people start that quickly.
He put one leg completely up, and the other one barely touched his chest. So that wasn't going to be shit.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today it's live second round coverage of the Tiburon Championship. Now we go down to the action at the first. Stepping up to the first tee and off a surprisingly good first round. Let's see if our featured player can conjure up some of that magic here in round 2.